You and I were introduced from another big believer in relationships who's recently passed, which is our friend Steve Sims. And Steve is a big whiskey dude.
Yep.
And so I figured, why not kick things off with a quick cheers to our friend Steve for introducing us and for really just being big shining light in a shitty world. So
the shining light.
Cheers.
The shining light. Cheers.
Sorry, it's not Hibiki Harmony. It's a little Buffalo Trace, but this is my whiskey. This is my podcast, Steve. So
one of the things that I'm so grateful for about the book is that Steve asked to write the foreword when he was in the hospital dealing with cancer and fighting the good fight. And he asked to write the foreword. And I'm so grateful that I got him to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's not just so much, for me, and that he was such a great guy and such an impactful, and he cared enough about me to do that. But I just think it's really lovely that even after he's passed now, there's something for Claire and his kids to have that, hey, he's getting published one more time.
Again, another thing. Yeah, another thing to put out into the world. Yeah. So, yeah, he was just one of those dudes, man, just was always looking to give something. You know what I mean? And in terms of like relationships, friendships, like he was a guy like he was one of the people that made me sort of realize that the whole like build your network idea was not necessarily the correct one. Like it's not necessarily about networking as much as it is about making friends, which is sort of the reason behind the rebrand from Build Your Network to Travis Makes Friends. Is that was a big realization I had along the way, is that like the people who I noticed that did it the best, like the Steve Sims, then the Dan Fleischman type people, they're the people who are just collecting friendships, not necessarily, in it to gain something from somebody else, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? They're always just trying to add value, see how they can help, and genuinely connect with people.
Yeah, I can't even, those two guys you just mentioned, the amount of connections that I've made because of those two guys is, I can't even, and the money that I've made because of those two guys is just immeasurable. And, it's a good reminder. It's one of those things where when you're young, you think you're invincible and you think that nothing is going to happen. And I actually have something that I wear every day, which reminds me that nothing is, forever. I have a chain that says Memento Mori. And on the back of it, I have the initials of all of my good friends that have passed away. And I actually just unfortunately had to take it and add double S's on it. So that's for Steve. But I look at this every day, and when I don't want to do something, or when things are hard, or when things are not going my way, I just kind of rub this as like my little thing to remind myself that any one of these guys would give anything to kind of be here going through this, because most of these guys were great at the struggle. So there you go.